Afrika Bambaataa accused in a court of law of Bambaataing the childrens.
Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? So yeah. So apparently, there's this guy named John Doe, and he's suing Afrika Bambaataa. Okay. Now, we're gonna be talking about Afrika Bambaataa today, obviously. So I just want to be clear that there's gonna be jokes. Any jokes which is said is just gonna be said out of, just funny games, nothing malicious intent. But before we actually go too much deep into this, I just want to say something real quick. There is a YouTube content creator that we all know. This is not shots at him. Please don't accept it that way. What I'm saying is that I'm curious if in this investigation or whatever the case is, when they decided what they're gonna put on as evidence, will they use any of the references that he has made to Afrika Bambaataa in the courthouse? That's what I want to know, just to be curious. I'm curious about that anyway. So for everybody that don't know, the Afrika Bambaataa is currently being sued. There is a John Doe is the plaintiff, and it's against Lance Taylor, aka Afrika Bambaataa, and there's like a ton of other AKAs. Also like a Kevin Donovan. Like, is that an AKA? Like, is that just like his fake ID? Like, this guy's a whole secret agent out here. Anyway, so basically, what this particular individual is saying is that, and I'm assuming it's a male at this point. They're just saying, because he's a victim from a child. Okay, before we actually discuss this Afrika Bambaataa thing, a lot of y'all might not know that there's this thing called the Child Victims Act. It's a new, it just was passed in 2019. And basically, what was happening was there were a lot of people who were victims of child molestation and abuse when they were children. And what would happen is, by the time they became adults, by the time they was able to deal with what had happened to them and process what had happened to them and be ready to go to the court or to hold these people accountable, the statutes of limitation had run out. So there was no way to make these people pay for their crimes. So in 2019, there was a law that was passed called the New York Child Victims Act. It extends the statutes of limitations to prosecute sexual abuse against children. Under the new provision, individuals who experience this violence as children can seek justice from their attackers as adults. Before the passage of this act, the time frame expired before many children victims were able to come to terms. I literally just said that, so that just goes to show you. This is coming from shout out to Levin Steinberg, LLP. It's come from the attorneys at laws. Go contact these guys. If these is one of the problems, one of the people that did this needs to pay, contact them. Anyway, Levin Steinberg, LLP. Anyway, it says, just so we could be clear, they're actually accident lawyers, just so we it says, under the Child Victims Act, New York residents can file civil lawsuits against their childhood abusers anytime before they turn 55. They could also seek criminal prosecution up to the age of 28. Like, so up until they're 28 years old, like, then they could also seek for these people to be held responsible for this, whatever acts they did against them criminally. The victims previously lost their right to sue at 22, like I told y'all. This act also introduced a 2-year grace period during which New York would accept childhood abuse claims from victims of any age, including those previously failed to file a claim before the statute of limitation. In 2020, the statute's legislature voted to extend the grace period until August 14, 2021, further opening opportunities for adult victims to have their voice. So let's see if other people also decide, if they get a hold of this particular information. Let's see if other individuals also decide to come forward. Anyway, this particular person is saying that basically these attacks began at what they're calling the base of operations for Zulu Nation. It was the Zulu Nation base of operations. It basically was Afrika Bambaataa's crib. I mean, I just know a lot about this type of stuff. Just a lot of hip-hop stuff. I'm not going to go into it though, because this is what we're talking about. Screw all that other stuff. Anyway, so basically what happened was, he said that he started working at the base of operations, which is Afrika Bambaataa's crib, and slowly, touches on the shoulder turned into groping, which turned into fondling, and then somehow, I don't know how this happens, I don't know what to tell you this, but somehow then he said it led to mutual, I just gotta say it, masturbation. Like, I guess they was like doing it to each other, and then that led to the actual sodomy. So just so we can be clear, that's basically how these things work when you're grooming somebody, their steps. That's why we pay very close attention to how people handle our children. Always pay very close attention when you're seeing people, how friendly or unfriendly they're being with their children. See if there's a gradual push towards something or other. You should be paying attention to this being being parents. Being adults just in general. I said that the first time, but being parents. Anyway, so now he's seeking to basically I guess get some payback. I mean, I would assume anyone that had been molested is going to be just levels of pissed off at the individual that did the actual crime against them. So let's see if more people come forward, because usually when these type of things happen, the next thing you know, you hear 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people coming out of the woodwork talking about how their wood was worked or something. You know what I'm saying? When I say I'm just keeping it a stack, man. So let's see if anybody else comes forward. Let's see. I think it will be, like I said, I think this will be really interesting to see if Hassan Campbell's content is actually going to be used in a court of law, because one of the things that predators do just in general is everybody has an MO. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody has an MO basically. So one of the things is that how they I don't want to say categorize, but one of the things that how they ascertain whether an individual what a person's MO is by speaking to alleged victims and seeing how closely their experiences align with one another. So I'm interested in seeing exactly how Hassan Campbell's comments about the situation that he says that he exhibited or that he went through with Afrika Bambaattaa, how they correlate with what these other individuals are saying happened to them. Anyway, so we're gonna have some more paperwork. I got some paperwork up there on the screen for y'all. We're gonna have some more paperwork. We might do a couple of more videos on this as I go a little bit deeper into this paperwork. I go over it a couple of times. We might have more discussions about this. But at the end of the day, I am here for this. I want to know who else is coming forward. We have to assume, and this is the reason why I gave all that information about what the Child's Act is. If anyone hears this video and you were a victim, an actual victim, you still have time to step forward and hold not just Afrika Bambaattaa, who has had allegations like this against him in the past. Not just him, but other people out there that might have to deal with the fact that this is something that you have to deal with the rest of your life, that this is something that happened to you. Y'all still have time to come forward and hold these people accountable. And a lot of people can still hold these people accountable monetarily, but some people could still hold these people accountable in the court of law. So we need people to come forward, make these people pay. We got to get these scumbags off the street. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you out here touching, I'm not even going there with it, but let's get these scumbags off the street. with that being said, let me know what y'all guys think about this. Put it in the comment section. Reshare this video. Hit the like button. At the end of the day, Afrika Bambaataa has had accusations about him for how long? Now they're going to court. If anyone else has been making claims against him, this is their opportunity to attach themselves to this case if they aren't already the John Doe. Like, comment, subscribes. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.